some basics here. Sit on your heels for me a second. I got my guard closed. We're gonna get to spider guard with the foot on the biceps a bunch of different ways, but for right now, I'm gonna show you how to do it this way, okay? I've got my opponent's sleeves in a hook grip or a cat's paw, whatever you like to call it, right? And I need to make some space away from him. So I'm gonna hip escape, keeping my knees pinching his body and hip escaping right next to him, bringing my knee to the inside, and my other knee then comes to the inside. I'm heels in, toes out, okay? So I'm heels in, toes out. This is the position I want to be in to eventually make a little bit more space, and I'm going to come up and do a few steps. Watch it. So I make a little bit more space. I put my foot on the biceps. When I put my foot on the biceps, I put this blade in the crease of his arm, okay? And then I come up onto my elbow, okay? So I have my foot on the hip, could have a leg down here, I could be kicking. But in the beginning, we're here like this, okay? So he could have my pant legs, that's fine, that doesn't matter. When I have a grip on his shoulder, if I don't have it on his bicep, I get forward, back and forth movements, but I can't turn him sideways. When I have it on the bicep here, I can now take my toes in a rainbow fashion, turn them over, and start to turn them over that way, right? But either way, I have to have my knee extended. Extended does not mean 99%. It is locked out right there. If you have the muscle to maintain a couple percent of not extended, then that's okay, but in reality, you need to be extended. When I bend my knee like this, Brock, bring your elbow to your ribs, I'll never get that back, okay? So when I extend it, bring it to your ribs, Brock. So I'm just chilling, structurally sound here with my leg, my femur, okay? So I'm in the closed guard, or any version of a guard, that's okay. I'll just get into it real quick. I'm gonna hip escape, but don't hip escape wide to get your opponent's elbows in or anything like that, right? So I'm gonna hip escape with my knee to the inside. I'm literally squeezing Brock with my shins and knees as I do this. Heels in, toes out. I'm not like on an unstable surface on his thigh. I'm heels in, toes out, okay? I'm gonna scoot my hips back, put my feet on the biceps, and sit up on my elbow. So I'm here. You have the classic versions where you're on your back. You can have lasso versions and double foot on the foot on the bicep spider guard. But Brock, you can kind of turn me more a little bit, and it's a different style, okay? This is very structured and framed, and he's not moving me. It's easier to do to slow the game down and easier for beginners. It's very simple to turn him over, okay? Let's talk about turning him over. Notice I stayed on my hip. I didn't do that just to be cool and teach, right? I did that because I don't want you to come up into Ashi or anything. My legs are gonna stay super tight to him, and then I pin his wrist to the mat with his sleeve still, same grip. I'm here like this, knees tight, feet tight. For coaches teaching beginners and stuff, I typically go right into the face, push his head away, maintain the Americana grip, get the tap, right? If I come up all greedy, all right, so we could start here. You could be here like this. A little bit of space, sit up. I'm gonna take this leg and chop his leg out, okay? Have enough distance to touch his knee, but I must turn my toes in a rainbow fashion. Resist with your arm, Brock, don't let me turn you over. So I just won't get him, keeping my toes vertical. I won't turn him over. Once I turn my toes into a rainbow fashion, resist again, Brock, it changes the entire game. I just tip him right over. Now, if I were to get up on his bicep, hold on. Yeah, if I were to get up on his bicep and stay like this, you can get your guard back and stuff. Spin for me, bud, and we'll do it at a different angle. I don't want to land like this. He can actually lift my leg and start putting me in all kinds of not cool positions. So you'll notice the sweep again. Oh, let's go this way. You'll notice the sweep again and how I come up, okay? I get him in guard, hip escape, knees in. Side, not the outside. Heels in, toes out. I sit up, and I got that distance. I don't want you guys bunched up like this. Make sure you got, even if I'm here, I can adjust off the hip, or I do it when I have 2 feet on the hips. I adjust and sit up. Now I'm there like that, all right? So then I can also sweep this out. I can chop it out. Doesn't matter, right? So I turn him over, stay on my hips, shoot my foot right over the top, and that way he doesn't put me in any kind of Ashi. I want to take up the space on his chest. Good, like, boom. Notice I'm pushing his face. Like, if I do it on this side, like turn a little bit towards it, Brock. Like, so I'm trying to turn his face away as I grab that. So it's harder for him to turn into me. He wants to face me and push that armpit, right? Yeah, he wants to start to launch me. If I turn him away, it makes it harder. Put all my weight on the other one. Okay, so it's just a basic entrance, basic sweep from the foot on the biceps, spider guard.